So now on with the EG DX one sunroof model. What I'm going to do is try and tidy up this car, particularly the interior. So at the moment it's got these EP3 Type R seats. You can see there they're going a little bit mouldy because it's kind of damp around here. So either way, what I'm doing is I'm just drying out the interior. I've got all of the water off the roof there. I'm just kind of soaking that up with some paper towels. And I've got a heater in here just running for a bit, just to kind of get this interior a bit drier. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out both the seats after I've wiped them over, and then I'm going to put some new headliner in there. I've got some plastics for the rear there as well. I've got some seat belts, and I've actually got a full set of front and rear seats, which I'll show you in a second. So I'm just going to kind of smarten the car up and yeah, go from there. After quite a bit of drying, this is where I've got to. You can see the roof now doesn't have any condensation pretty much on it. I've wiped off all the chairs. Also could do a bit of a better job than this, but it's something. So that's that. We'll see, one of the chairs is actually only held on basically very loosely by one bolt. Oh, where is it? The one over there, I think. So that's not very good. And then someone's actually fabricated a proper, some kind of proper subframe for that. Either way, I'm not going to be using it, so I'm going to sell these two. Then I'm going to show you what I've bought that car, you know about that. And what I've bought is this, except I didn't actually pay any money for it. This was actually free from someone, which was nice. Someone on Facebook. Obviously it's got a sunroof hole, which isn't really ideal, but I just couldn't find one without a sunroof hole, so at least this is going to look better than having nothing there. I've also got these. These are the interior plastics. These aren't, again, the best. I got given these, but I've bought some other ones that might be in better condition, so I'm going to have a look. And then I've got the grab handles. I've also got some sun visors as well coming towards me, the 3-piece sun visors, just the same as in this car as well. It's the same stuff. And then I bought these seats as well. These are nothing special, just grey cloth seats, but I've got the lower bench there. I've got 2 front seats, and I think that's going to look a lot better than what I've got at the moment. Also got a full set of seat belts, and that's just one there, but I've got a full set of seat belts. You can see I've taken out the EP3 seats, which were these ones. Never really liked how they sit in the car, they're just a bit tall. Also there's some real dodgy welding going on these brackets. This one was just held in by one bolt and just has the original EP3 brackets, but this one someone's had a go. So either way, they're out of there. See, I've got to do a little bit tidy up on the carpet. I found a headlining. Obviously it's not a tin top headlining, they're actually quite hard to come by. So I've just got one which is a bit incorrect, but fits the car. It's for EG, obviously with a sunroof. Weird thing as well is that the light doesn't actually line up to where it fits. It actually fits further back when you don't have a sunroof for some reason. But anyway, yeah, quite an easy job really. I just want to kind of clean out the carpet as much as possible. Take this screw from in there. Hopefully that's not hiding anything weird. Got this little magnet tool. Yes. Next up, I forgot to mention this, I've got the seat belts. So I've got some front seat belts I don't need, but because I've already in there. And then I've got the central seat belt and its main buckle, the other 2 buckles, and then these 2. So if I go in the car, I can find homes for all these. I also got the grab handles, which go in here and there, and there's one there. Got those, and then I've got these. I need to clean these, put them in, but that can come later probably, because to get these seat belts in, I'm going to actually have to take out these bits of plastic. I can't imagine they've been put in properly looking at the rest of the car, so hopefully there's no real bolts in any of it. So yeah, I need to just pop this out and then put the these seat belts in, and I've even actually got these little hoop brackets there and there, and they keep the seat backs in, so I need to find them as well. Yes, I got them. These are they. Even got the little rubber grommet that goes on the outside, and yeah, so they go in like so, but obviously behind the plastic, but like that, with the bolts facing down, bolt holes facing down. So yeah, take out this now. So there are no bolts holding this in, or screws or whatever. I just had to kind of pull this up, which is always a bit nerve-wracking because you think you're going to bust off these little clips, which are in there off, but I somehow didn't. And then with these, I've never taken actually an EG interior apart, so new one on me, but I'm sure not to everyone watching the video. But then I can just pull this sideways, so kind of this way to pull this one off. And if you see here, again, it's got all of those clips, which are kind of holding it into the side there. I'm sure it's the same the other side. So yeah, now I can push this forward a bit, and you see it's got this lip here. So once you've done that, there we go, and it's out. Now I can actually put the seat belt, and not to forget, putting these little brackets in. One of the good things about having some spares is I can take this out. So this is obviously the bolt, and it's got this little kind of plastic washer there, which just allows the thing to spin a bit. So I can grab that and then put that in the seat belt. I'll show you that. Right, so this is very old brittle plastic, but you can see here, I can just push it in like that. And I've got these little washer stack, I'll put that in. There we have it, there's the washer stack. And I've just threaded this bolt in there, and I just need a 10mm. So that was just loosely done at first, that's tightened up, then the 10mm, so 17mm, 10mm, and finally this 17mm with the stack, as I said, just in that hole there. Okay, so this side is pretty much in. You can see here the bolt goes under there, so the kind of holder goes in there, that goes in there, and then this is sticking there, so that just goes to the anchor that will be there. And one thing that's strange is that when I first put this in, this seatbelt buckle was the wrong way, so it would meant that the whole thing was twisted. I did actually figure out a way of changing it. This is the same way, really, this one. So if this is bolted in like that, then that means this is like this. And this is the right way. Interesting. But either way, the other one was the wrong way, so I figured out a way of actually switching it around so the buckle was the other side. And it was just a matter of basically folding this over, seatbelt over, and then just getting it started on side and just pulling it up the seatbelt, and it just turned it round. But yeah, I don't know how that would happen, but either way, I'm just cleaning these up. I don't know if you can see which one's clean, which one's dirty, don't know. But yeah, they'll just be sitting in someone's garage for ages. So just clean those up a bit, and then I can pass the seatbelt bit through that I haven't bolted in yet, through that, and then I'll need to undo the top bolt for the front seatbelt, so I can put that in, and then I can kind of clip this thing in, clip the other bit of plastic back in as well, and that'll be one side done. So I dropped that 17mm from the front seatbelt down, passed it through here, and passed the other rear seatbelt through there. It's just hanging, and now I can just clip these top clips in the holes, and obviously I've got this bit just sitting forward for now, and clip this the black bit back in afterwards. So now this bit's the whole way in. I pulled out this so I could get that in there. This rear strut, or the glass strut, is in there, and then just gotta make sure with these that you don't have remaining clips. There we go. Those clips might still be in the car, so one was there, so I'm going the whole way through, and now it's out. Right, and now the final bit is this. In there like that. Also, you need to make sure this is kind of clipped in correctly, because it has a little kind of, this one's been bent a bit, but these things, they kind of slip into the part here, so that's kind of all done. needs a bit of a clean, but that's what it should look like when it's all completed. So that's in there, so I'm going to do that up. This is here, so we need to find a bolt in there, so that goes like that, sorry. So I need to put that in there, and yeah, one side done, kind of. Right, so that's the seat box fitted. There, it's the two side ones and the centre. There's a centre there as well, and there. So that's that done. Now I should just be able to pop this side bit off and then do the same again this side. Okay, so I've added this top bit of plastic. Obviously you have to remove this 12mm boot strut and then put it back in afterwards. I found another shoulder bolt the same as the other side. I've got this all in there, and then now I'm just going to place this back bit of plastic in here again. Found another one of these, got some spares, and so I'm just going to put that in there like that, and then I can just look to place this in here like so. Probably remove this rubber liner out the way first, rubber seal, and then I'm going to place this in here, so that and there, and there, that and there. So once the top's in, I can put in the other one afterwards. That bit of plastic's in there like that. Now the final thing I need to do is put these anchors in here. So I've just got another 70mm head bolt and this kind of split washer in there. So tighten that up there, and then the same goes for this side. Just placing it in there like that. And push the plastic back. There's enough space to actually do up the 70mm. Right, now I'm going to put the grab handles back in. So I've got two sets. I'm just going to pick the nicest ones. Obviously these go in the back there and there, and because this is a right hand drive vehicle, the other one goes here with just nothing being there basically. And yeah, I'm just going to use a crosshead screwdriver to just put those in, and I'll show you what it looks like when they're in. So it turns out this doesn't even fit in there because there's no holes. Must be a base model thing. Or a different roof skin it has, so yeah, you can't put that in there, but you can put this rear one in, and then same goes the other side, so I can at least do that. These where the screws go in, and they have these little covers, and one tip to get the cover out without ruining it is if you press back with a screwdriver, the little screw it has in there, it'll push this cover back, and then you don't have to risk like ripping it or something, but not that it really matters here, but there we go. And of course I didn't actually place this in yet. This is the washer stack you got there. So you got the shouldered bolt, small washer, thick black washer there, another small washer, a thick washer or there, and this little thing that holds the old bolt assembly together. So I'm just going to place that back up here. So that's this in there. That's the grab handle in there. See the back cover's already on. There's just these two crosshead screws that go in there, and then that just finishes it off. Okay, now should come the quite fun bit, because it happened quite quickly. Just putting the rear seats in, and maybe I'll go for the bottom bench first and then the other afterwards, but we'll see how we get on, because I'm not entirely sure I've got all the clips for the back bench yet, but we'll have a look. So it's pretty simple how these go in. It's got these little pegs there and one there, and they just go into these holes through the carpet there and there, and then there's a little securing hoop here which is just there, and that gets secured down with a 10mm, so it's kind of simple as that. So that's the first bit in there, like that and like that, and then like that, and just make sure you trap any of the seat belts, because obviously you'll be needing them. You need to post them through here. So that's everything in the right position. I've got these two through here. I'll just put the black belt through this hole, and then this one for that seat belt there. I've just got these bolts both out the way as well, and this is the 10mm I was talking to you about. 10mm just going through here, and do that up. Now these are the two rear uprights. You can see there's one top pattern there, and I haven't actually got one for that side, annoyingly, but I think it'll be fine. So here it is. This little peg thing goes into there. You shove the whole seat that way, and then you put the whole seat back, and then there's these little plastic clips that go on top, and I've got the same as the EF. I just need to grab some and I'll put them in. Okay, so then just make sure the seat belt's out the way, and that's locked in, and the same goes this side, like that. And they're locked in. So although they don't exactly look amazing, they've probably been bent out of shape a bit, they can probably be bent back a bit. It's really nice to see this car not just like a shell anymore. Obviously I need to clean it, I need to clean these side bits and stuff like that, but it's really nice to see this car come together. So I did actually manage to get another one of these top hats. You can see that just goes in here to this peg, like so. Well, just about you can see anyway. And then you slide that across, and then you get one of these, obviously one this side and one that side, and basically you can just put them down onto this bar here, and that's locked in, and then this whole thing is all in place. I'm going to go in with the baby wipes and wipe up some grime. That's pretty grotty, but they're just about the best, cheapest thing you can use. They don't damage anything. I've got 4 bolts to hold the seat in. 1, 2, 3, and then the large one here, 4. That's what they look like. So this is quite considerably bigger than the other. Right, that's the front 2 in, there and there. So you just kind of position it in. Obviously put the whole seat back, and there you go. And then now for the front. And then now for the rear bolts. I can basically just get one in there, and then one, if I wiggle this a bit, in there. There's one in. Again, it could use a good clean, but now just go around the other side and grab the other one. Right, that's both the front seats in. It really is looking like a car now, which is good. Now, some final bits I've got to stick these sun visors. I've got the 2 side ones, and I've also got the middle one up there as well. Right, again, I can't even fit this because there's no hole. So again, it must be a low option version or something. So I think I need the sun visors that have this extra bit here, but anyway, it's not what I've got, so I'm just going to shove it in for now and maybe get them later because these aren't even that clean anyway. So right, let's just do the final one up there that holds this visor in, and all they are is this little plastic thing that goes up and in, and these are the little screws, just like that. So they've kind of got a little mini Torx head on, and but you can use a flathead screwdriver as well. So I've just been plucking these things out, which look like this, and then just putting them through the holes in the carpet just to kind of neaten this up a little bit. Right, final thing, and I almost forgot, I've actually got a parcel shelf just there, so I'm just going to grab that and chuck that in. So that's the whole thing. You can see here I've got parcel shelf, rear plastics, rear seat belts, rear seats, front seats, headlining, kind of all sorts I guess, and that isn't the best sun visors either, but a few bits more to do. I need to get some more of these. I think they're kind of pretty universal, so I'll get some of them, but that's as it stands. Car now has a full interior. These are the bits I got for the car. I don't need all of them because you've seen I've just fitted some rear interior, but it all came with one big purchase of stuff. So yeah, I've got 2 rear plastics. I've got a new, more rear seats and a bench. I've got another parcel shelf. I've got the bit for the spare wheel cover. These bins I didn't have, including these rubber top hats for the rear shocks, the rear, the spare wheel holder, wheel brace, some tools, a jack. I actually got these as well, but I don't need that, that would just be good spares. So yeah, I'm just going to place these back in the car, and yeah, then I can just mount the the rear boot area better. So there's one of them in, and these things just go in like that, obviously. And there's a little screw hole that you've got to line up there, and that's the screw. So I cleaned them, probably could have done that with them out, but so they're nice now. Then I've got this thing here, and this is the you put it that way around for the temporary and that way for the normal wheel, I guess. So hoping this might fit. I don't know if it will. Okay. Right, that's just about done there. Right, that's the rear jack. Obviously just twist it in, and then it'll be held in place in this bracket. Then having a look what I've got in the spare tools. I seem to have two of these, because there's one crosshead and there's one flathead. I thought some cars actually kind of mix the two, but this has got I've got some pliers, 10 and 12, and then the jack handle thing as well. So yeah, I'm going to put that in one of these pockets. So that's all sorted in there, like that. And then now, just for the spare wheel cover, it's a little bit wavy, but it's got the foam block in it still. I don't know if that's how it's meant to be, but let's see if it goes in now. It's like it's been a bit jacked up by this bit of foam, but it's probably because it's meant for a space saver rather than the full size wheel, but whatever. And then the coup de grace, these are actually going to look a bit weird actually, because they're grey, so I won't really be able to put them in. But I've got them. Shall I put them in? I don't know. Oh no, it does look really strange. I can't put them in. And then place this down here like that. And that definitely looks like an actual car now. Also got these. They're kind of chucked in with the LCAs. So cheers for that. Yeah, I was still going to have a grey handle, grey, but I think it will look a little bit better than being that big bit of grey there. You take out that little screw in the centre there, and then you can kind of twist them out like this. So it goes, and then here, well, you can see one of the tangs is messed up, but you kind of pull it that way and then move it out. So it's the opposite. To put the new one in, this new one in. These tangs in here, there and there, kind of put it towards the back. And push it forward a bit, and that's looks a little bit better, a little bit less plastic on display. Still need to replace that and that, but so this is the final product, I guess. The way the car looks, and you know, it's not perfect, but a lot better than it was. And you can see headlining hole and stuff, but you know, it's like a full car now.